and you're watching Pro Teaches News. Ooh, is somebody talking about pros? Not that kind of pro. See you there.
Hey guys, welcome to No Let's Up Pro Teaches News. Today I have with me Alex and Eric.
Hello. Hi guys.
And today on MTV, just kidding.
We've got some more Rom Spaceknight.
Finally back for some more Rom.
Yep. Dire Wraiths scum. From this moment forth, Rom will show no mercy.
Oh boy, the Dire Wraiths must have done something really bad to piss him off here.
Yep. Remember where we left off though? Remember where we left off before though, right? He had a major victory in underwater and teamed up with Namor, who didn't want to kick his ass.
I know, for what? Poor fella can't get to break.
I know. For one character you would expect to want to be the punch first, ask questions later, didn't.
Yeah, it was the total opposite. Like they were just complimenting each other as like, "Thou art a brave space knight."
That's the thing about Namor. He will respect actual warriors.
Yep, and we dealt with the giant seaweed monster.
Oh, yes.
Come, Rudolph. There's a rabbit loose in the castle, Rudolph.
Less than a day ago, as time is told in the hallowed halls of fair Atlantis, Rom, greatest of the Space Knight, did stand beside Prince Namor, the savage submariner. You know what I almost said? I almost said Namor.
Oh no!
No.
You know why? You know what I mean? From the MCU version.
We're gonna get so many riots.
In defense of the watery realm.
Ow! Ooh.
You okay?
Yeah, I flicked my ear. It hurt on the inside. It hurt on the inside where the wax is. Ugh.
Yeah, together they did triumph over Dire Wraiths magic and an ancient evil. All Atlantis now sing the praise of the Space Knight as he goes forth in quest of his foe. The sign of the victim is Scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
Besides Namor stands Sybil, a child of the surface world, whose prescience forewarned Atlantis of Dire Wraiths danger. She would have drowned, a victim of race vengeance, had not Atlantean science transformed her into a water breather. Fare you well, Rom of Galador, for you have opened my eyes to the peril racekind imposes, not only to the surface world, but to my realm as well. For saving my life and giving me a home, Prince Namor, I will use my powers to detect race danger to our kingdom. Hail, Sybil, new Oracle of Atlantis!
Wow, she's got a pretty new gig.
Yep. Yeah, the child who
happy ending after all that horror stuff.
Yep. From race mutation, whose parents the vile shapeshifter slew. It's safe now. Adopted into blah blah blah. We know this part.
Yeah, right. Yep. Look at him swim. Look at all those bubbles. Finally, a robot that doesn't sink to the bottom.
No.
Suddenly, I am no longer alone amidst the ocean's vastness. Dolphins break the surface of the water, and seagulls soar overhead.
Flipper, how's it going?
What beauty, what tranquility abounds upon the race-threatened planet. And then when the seagull poops on his head.
Oh, jeez. I'm just thinking of him.
You're kidding. Okay, yeah, I don't think the...
No, I know.
I don't think the Comics Guild at this point would have allowed that.
And they're like, attack. It's a Dire Wraith attack.
That's a Robot Chicken sketch waiting to happen.
That really is. Such majestic.
In Rom Spaceknight, Quagmire, the seagull ever, what would happen if a seagull just took a crap on his head? The evil Dire Wraiths have taken bird forms. Adios.
If we have to take bird forms, like, attack. It is a Dire Wraith. Down.
That's well, one of the big monsters is a raven bird. So
anyway, suddenly, gods of Galador, some creature greater than I have ever seen. Again, what's with the Shakespearean prose?
Because it's Namor, I understand, but
Rom is still weird.
If you ain't around Namor too long.
This is it. This is all still Buscema in this, right?
Yeah, he has.
Or Bill Matlow. Bill Matlow. Excuse me.
Yeah, Matlow. He's the one who'll be writing it the whole way through. No changes except for some of the tie-in books or some of the annuals.
Then
Right.
and he hasn't even met Thor yet.
Drives me, and in diving drags me beneath the waves in its way. But Rom's respirator floods his cyborg bio circuits with life-giving oxygen. The Space Knight is in no danger of drowning. Ugh!
Oh my!
Again, he sees a vast herd of gigantic creatures. Humpbacks! They're humpbacks!
Oh, they're humpbacks.
Yep, hundreds of them, and their singing fills my audio receptors. Never have I heard a sound so joyous and yet so poignant. I must know whereof they sing.
I don't know why. I'm just imagining Rom just starts singing, I want to be a part of your world.
Again, if only he was still Disney.
I don't know where. I don't know how, but I know.
You got yourselves and gadgets aplenty. And a jumping jellyfish. What is this?
Anyway.
Ariel is in love with a cyborg. Oh, me and my big mount. Imagine the Kingdom Hearts crossover at that point.
From subspace, the cyborg Space Knight summons force, its translator, and as its name implies, it breaks down any language into its Galadorian equivalent. And for the next few hours, it enables Rom to comprehend the song, transmitted legends, hopes, and dreams as old as Earth itself. Men call them whales, and they are in their own way as intelligent as men. The ecology of this planet Earth, the vast variety of its flora and fauna, makes it so much more complex a world than ever I would have dreamed. When I first arrived, blah, 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 we know this.
We know the drill.
You loved Rom, didn't you? And you lost him, just as I have. The young woman is Brandy Clark, resident of Clariton. It was she who alone on a darkened highway, first witnessed Rom's arrival on Earth. It was she who shared in the Space Knight's initial encounters with Wraith Kai, and was saved by Rom from Wraith peril, and saved him in turn. Thus, distrust turned into gratitude, turned into respect, turned into admiration, and finally, love. Yes, Brandy Clark loves Rom, the cyborg centurion from another world, as did she by whose grave Brandy kneels. You loved Rom, Starshine, and you and he were two of a kind. You could have made Rom happy. I should have died, not you. Starshine was slain by the diabolical Dire Wraiths. She died declaring her love for Rom. Tonight, Brandy Clark will discover that love of a Space Knight transcends the boundaries of the grave. A light bathing in the cemetery, brilliant, as if the stars had suddenly drawn nearer to Earth. Starshine, or her ghost.
Whoa.
Ghost? Ghost? Let's get out of here, Scooby.
Tonight you will be visited by 3 Space Knights. Are you the spirit that was sent by me? All right, that does it, pardon. How do you know what's
We're
down here and he's up there?
The apparition hovers in the air, shifting, shimmering, as if having difficulty remaining in focus. At first, Brandy doubts her senses, and then the apparition.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Fear me not, woman of Earth. You and I are sisters of the soul. Is it really you, Starshine? But how? I saw you die. You saw my humanity, that which was grafted into my cyborg shell, Paris, Brandy Clark. Yet you also saw my light essence, my spirit, if you will, liberated by Rom's neutralizer. That spirit wishes Rom to be loved by us both. Receive you now the power of Starshine, Brandy Clark.
What?
Night is a watch with brilliant.
Against the spirit?
Yep. Brandy feels her soul expanded in light. Then the first rays of the morning sun tints the horizon, and she wonders if it wasn't, after all, an hallucination. What did she mean? pass her power to me? I'm no space knight. I'm human, a woman of Earth. And that's what keeps Rom from ever being able to love me. Yet, if I were to become a space knight, perhaps perhaps love me he could. Love me he could?
I think he's been hanging around Rom too long.
What's the what? You guys are talking over each other.
If I were to become a space knight, perhaps
No,
love me
I
he
get that part.
could.
Love me he could. Yeah, what's the problem?
That sounds very Yoda-esque.
No, Yoda would be
Love
like,
me he could.
no, love with the strong with the force. Rom Spaceknight is defeat the Dire Wraiths. We must. They are strong with the dark side. Is the dark side stronger?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Some instinct compels Brandy to reach towards Starshine's tube, and soon as her fingers Tombstone. As soon as her fingers caress the cold, unyielding stone, her body releases a torrent of light. Her emotion is one of impressible wonder and uncomprehending joy. Thousands of miles away, the object of Brandy Clark's affections experience joy of a somewhat different sort. Thank you for sharing your songs with me, my friend. You have taught me much, not all of it pleasant, but there is a joy in the learning. Despite the sorrow, certain knowledge brings. Farewell. The last of the whale herd dives beneath the waves, and Rom finds himself alone again. I learned from the whales that theirs is an endangered race. Yeah, not until Kirk brings back 2 humpback whales.
Captain, Deadly Whales here.
I had to.
I suppose they told you that.
Yeah, we don't have to worry anymore. We have the Enterprise take care of that.
I haunted nigh unto extinction by humankind, even as humankind is threatened by extinction at the hands of the Dire Wraiths. Would that all creatures of this precious planet could unite as one against the common evil. But ere they can unite, they must all be informed of the presence of race kind on Earth. A task made all the more difficult by the fact that the race can, blah, blah, blah.
You know.
So flying towards, towards a scarecrow. And what the?
Whoa, what happened here? Oh, they took my arms and threw it over there. Then they took my legs and threw it over there.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm sorry, I had to do it at least once. Well, you see, I don't have a brain.
I only had a brain. All right. The child hangs helplessly on the crossbeam. A human scarecrow, his whimpers barely reaching the Space Knight's audio receptor. But reach Rom they do, and the Space Knight's cyborg soul cries out in horror. What transpires here? Why is this child staked out like some unspeakable sacrificial offering? With terror in his eyes, the child answers Rom's question with a question. Have you come to take me as you took all the others? I know not what you mean, child, nor will I ask. Leastways, not till you be freed from the ties which binds you. The child collapses in Rom's arms, his limbs numb from being so long bound. He trembles uncontrollably, and Rom knows 'tis not in response to the chilling night air. Tell me, child, who inflicted this punishment upon you? Me mom and dad. Your parents? 'Tis beyond reason. Why? Still shaking, the child gazes under the soft crimson glow of Rom's cyborg eyes. He sees there reassures him. Or something he sees there reassures him. His trembling stops. 'Twas my turn. I was chosen. And chosen for what fate? To be an offering, to keep the evil away from Gwynlandale. Yon Hamlet. Yon Hamlet! Yon Hamlet! When did Rom ever say that? I wasn't joking when I said he was being Shakespearean.
Robot.
He's really obsessed with it, I guess.
Spacebot or not to be Spacebot? That is the question. Whether it is nobler to stop the Dire Wraiths from losing
I, and a fine place 'twas too, till the night the evil came. Again, the child takes the trembling. as he describes the tiny Welsh village of Gwynland Dale. Now, I get that. Him having an accent makes sense because he's Welsh.
Oh, okay. I was like, which accent is that?
Welsh. Peaceful and industrious as it had been all his life. As the haven of horror it had become was the advent of the evil. The changeling struck with supernatural swiftness, snatching the children of Gwynland Dale from their beds. Overcoming their initial horrors, the children's parents gave chase, armed with whatever simple weapons came first to hand. But it soon became apparent that no such no weapon, simple or sophisticated, could prevail against magic most black. Back, you cowering cattle! These children are ours to do with as we please. And if Gwynland Dale would continue to exist, you will furnish additional such offerings. At the coming of each full moon, the evil departed then, as mystically as it had came. And only then did the village menfolk find their courage. We'll fight them, and we will! Fight them, we will! The women folk were of somewhat different persuasion, however. Are ye all daft? Like, if we fight, they'll kill the babes they have. We've got to do what they ask until we find some way to get all of our babies back. But doing as the evil asked meant the sacrifice of one of Gwynland Dale's children at the rising of each full moon.
Oh, God.
Last night, me dad told me when the days of old, when nights were bald, I prayed to Saint Stephen, after whom I was named, to send Gwynland Dale a protector, someone to save us from the evil. You are wearing armor. Have you come in answer to my prayers? I am Rom Spaceknight.
This sounded like the more praying and getting the hero thing from last year.
Yeah, it does.
So Rom now be like,
it kind of feels like something from like one of the early Universal horror movies almost.
Yeah,
except with a robot.
And Rom be like, shit, here we go again.
Yeah, I am Rom Spaceknight. I shall do all in my power to defeat the horrors that has descended upon Gwynland Dale. Then may ye be as mighty as the knights of legend, for ere now the evil comes again. As the child cries out, Rom's autoreceptors pick up the near silent sigh of wings caressing the night wind. As a sinister sibilance he has oftentimes heard before, issuing from the leather and wings of the dreaded Death Wings.
That's what they were, Death Wings.
From the Dire Wraiths home system, the Dark Nebula. However, the creatures who follow the fair night air are not the sinister soul feeders, but Dire Wraiths and Deathwing guides. So, Rom and Spaceknight, the reports we have had of your presence on Earth are true. Wraith, your ancient and most feared foe, has come to this imperiled planet to banish you and all your kind to the outer darkness of limbo. Will you, Spaceknight? Will you indeed? And yet another high race witch. In the past 2 days, I have banished 2 of your kind. Hag, prepare to join your sisters to form a common coven in limbo. I think not, Galadorian. Have you not wondered why it is we witches now convocate so openly? Once each year, the heavens swing into unholy alignment across untold light years. The black sun of our dreaded Dark Nebula now casts its pale across the cosmos to Earth. That doesn't make a lick of sense.
Isn't it like light years and light years away?
Yeah, but even then, though, technically, isn't that always in alignment?
What is?
Between us and another planet, aren't we technically always in alignment?
No. That doesn't make sense in anything I've read. It's always like what you can be fulfilled once a century when all the planets in the solar system are aligned.
No, I get that. But when it's just but that's going to get all planets in alignment. If it's to be
are we talking like every single planet if we're going like that far?
No, yeah. That doesn't make any sense because we wouldn't. All planets past our solar system and in the Milky Way galaxy wouldn't all be in a straight line.
I wouldn't.
My guess is it's when it's the closest, like coming towards Earth. You know, like, you know how you reach the outer edge of the rotation?
Uh-huh.
It's at that point where it's closest to Earth.
Yeah,
Right.
it depends on if Pluto's still considered a planet or not at this point.
Okay.
Hey, Pluto! Hey, Pluto!
And
Yeah.
thus, as long as its shadow does cross that Earth and Earth, our Dire Wraiths black magic is at its peak. There is much we hope to accomplish in that time, Galadorian, including our unholy alteration of Earth's children and the deaths of Rom Spaceknight. Then that is why your Maleficent sister thought to transform
Maleficent gets Sleeping Beauty. Sorry.
and why your race hordes now steal away the children of Gwenlindale. And they will be born anew in race kind's image, a subservient and subservient to us. And they will possess the power necessary to help us subdue all Earth. While my neutralizer can send all of you to the destination far worse than the gray file feed. Your neutralizer, Galador's greatest weapon, can dispatch those it strikes the limbo. 'Tis true. But with the children of Earth added to our ranks and race kind will possess an army innumerable. One which will, and because of your compassion for these revolting Earth cattle, you will dare not turn your weapon upon. I go now on Rom, but remember the cosmic tides reach their ebb. Earth will belong to the race kind. Never. Yeah. With the high, so yeah, he's basically sending them all there. But do not forget, Space Knight, that although race magic is ascended at the moment, there's still race science to contend with. A neutral stunner. Yes, Galadorian. Arg. Yes, Galadorian scum. And adjusted to the maximum damage to your cyborg circuitry. Now, while he is down, race brothers, destroy him! But as it has ever been done, Rom's Plandium armor defies race talons and fangs. Accursed enemy, what does it take to slay you? Far more power than your kind will ever wield, race scum. Boast not overmuch, Galadorian, for while we rest with you, our race brothers bear away the Earth by you so valiantly swore to protect. Rom, help me! Stephen! And rage wells up in the Space Knight's breast. And sully not my proud Palladium armor with your foul and petted touch. Away! Hey, gods of Galador, you make me sing banishment too good for the likes of you. Sing what you will, noble Galador, but banish us you will not. Now that was a Yoda speak.
That totally was. Banish you will not.
Now banish us you will not.
These are strong. The times.
My neutralizer blasted from my hand. Yeah, thanks for telling us that, Rom. Don't let the evil take me into the darkness. And hush, Earth Pup. There is not the space I can do to aid you. Wrong, Wraith. Even though you've taken my weapon and thus my ability to save Stephen from afar, there's always recourse to hand combat. Rocket pods drive.
Wait, we gotta do the bowling bins.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Through the hordes of race kind. But as fast as Ron flies, the Earth seems to swallow the young Stephen up even faster. Can you not save me, my shining Space Knight? Are all the legends mere legends and nothing more? And the ground gapes wide, a mystical maw. And then the Earthchild and his captors are gone. Stephen! And Stephen!
Snake!
It's like, quick, Rob, you gotta find the crystal gems.
Oh,
Wait, wrong, Stephen.
Yep.
Not that, Stephen. Hey, Blue. Yeah, this Steve. Hey, Blue, found a clue. Yeah, take us to
We're
the
both
island.
wrong. We're both wrong, given the spelling.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Clawing at the earth will not lead you to the child, Rom. He is far away, spirited by the race magic. Magic the likes of which will transform the brand into something other than human. Scum.
Scum.
I swore to safeguard the child. I vow to be his knight in shining armor.
He just splatted his head off. Look at that.
Oh my God! Wait, you Sub-Zero? You're Sub-Zero all of a sudden?
Yep, I have killed. Rom Spaceknight has taken a life. A vile, monstrous, malevolent life, but a life nonetheless. I have murdered Wraiths. You made me a murderer. Rage beclouds the Space Knight's reason. Let us take his neutralizer away before he recovers it. And 'twill be a mighty prize indeed. And he keeps killing them.
Oh my God!
You mess with the kids, you get the belt.
I know. You're really in trouble.
Your
Messing
prize
with the
will
children
bring you
is a
only
bad idea.
peril, harbinger of plague and pestilence. Glock, glock! There's your neutralizer, Rom. Why do you not use it to banish us? For 2 centuries, I have rationalized that death was too clean, a way to deal with race kind. That banishment was the greater punishment. Ah! Yet this day I do discern that death, and only death, is the fate most fitting of your vile race. And again, we're going to get the moments later where Rom is going to look back at this, but then act like he never killed.
Yeah.
Why is Matt Lowe inconsistent again?
I don't know.
This has been such a good story so far. You think having one writer means
Rom just gets the crap beat out of him so much he forgets what's going on.
You think with one writer there would be no kerfuffles?
Yeah, I think it's because editorial didn't remind him.
We got to know price this stuff.
They're like, oh, we got to make it him noble for the children.
Rest assured, Rom, that feeling is mutual. The remaining race regroup and race. Boy, this has been a wordy book. Hasn't hasn't it?
It's not take. I prefer that. It's not take. You get it for 60 cents and you read it for 30 minutes to 1 hour,
Right.
as opposed to $4.99 for a decompressed 5-minute read.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let the remaining race regroup and raising their weapons, ring the Space Knights round. But in dispatching his enemies, Rom also recovered his neutralizer. Know you, race, there can be no surrender, no quarter given. Your kind cannot be imprisoned in any earthly cell. The only 2 alternatives are banishment or death. There is a third option, Rom. Your death would leave us free to extend our evil across all of Earth. Slay the Space Knight! The last is not even a possibility. Shapeshifter or neutralizer at hand. I do now cleanse this planet of thy foul kind. Again, the dimensional portal yawns wide. And yep, sends them there.
Yep.
A certain pile of steaming ash, all that remains of the Dire Wraiths' transitory shapes. But their foul deed was done, long ere I banished them. The child I swore to save is gone, spirited away to some den of Dire Wraiths wizardry. And what was it Stephen compared me to? Some legendary knight of Earth's past? A lad hoped I would prove such a hero. And I shall, like the warriors of earthly legend, I vow I shall never rest till the children of Gwendolyn Dale be saved. So swears Rom, first of the Space Knights!
Oh yeah, bro! Oh my God, that's such a Star Wars shot.
I want that as a poster. I want that as a poster now.
Yeah,
that's a great poster. Next Salvation Quest. Space Notes. Knights and Space Knight. King Arthur bequeaths you to the round table.
Yep. Mere moments ago, Rom swore to safeguard a Welsh child from a dire race danger. The race dragged the child down into the darkness. The lad Stephen compared me. Yep, we heard that.
I know. Yep. Tale of magic and mysticism. Go back, please.
Oh yeah.
In the mighty Marvel manner.
Of course.
Stanley saying Excelsior.
In the days of old, when knights were bold.
Hey,
lad.
Camelot. It's only a model.
Well, that's on the round table. No, that's not going to Camelot.
It's a silly place.
Yep.
That is such a funny movie.
But I will prove true to my pledge and save young Stephen. Though race kind will surely place peril beyond number in my past. Something catches Rom's attention. It is the townspeople of Gwynlandale, once young Stephen Harold. We've come to stop the madness, to keep our kids from the evil. We're too late. Stephen's gone. Aye, the lad is gone. But why are you so surprised, human? Did you yourselves not stake the child out upon this lonesome hill? An offering meant to keep your village safe from the Dire Wraiths evil you feared? Yes, we were afraid, 'tis true, but we've overcome our terror. Oh, wow, perfect time, lousy timing.
You could have been there a few minutes earlier.
We're ready to fight to save our babes. Hey, wait, what are you guys, Duke Nukem? Well, one of them has a shotgun.
Not those kind of babes.
No one takes our kids and lives.
No one takes our kids and lives. And one of them has a big shotgun.
Again, wow, that Quake guy was doomed or whatever.
Yeah. No. That is one doomed Space Marine.
Sees him in the mirror.
The enemy has already fled with the child. You sacrifice to them. I will save him if I am able to. Find any fancy words coming from something as unlike anything I've ever seen on Earth ere now. How are we to know that you're not the evil?
Oh, no, not again.
Am I always to be doubted by those whom I come to Earth to save? Examine not my motives, human, lest you first analyze your own. The beam of Rom's energy analyzer washes over the villager. In its light, they are themselves, as they are so terror-stricken and afraid, and they would sacrifice their own children to save themselves. It is a truce hard to live with. I go now to free, if I can, your children from the evil to which you handed them over. If you know any prayers, I suggest you pray for yourselves.
Damn.
What is it the Bible said? Judge not, lest ye be judged yourself.
Rom soars a solitary silver spectre, low and over the Welsh countryside. I was harsh on the villagers of Gwynlandale, but the race war demands courage from Earthling, not capitulation. I cannot fight all their battles for them. They must be hardened to stand against race kind in the event that I am struck down. Rom's energy analyzer beams groundward, searching until at last it reveals the faintest of energy trails.
I like the reflection on his face there. That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. I just noticed.
Starfield effect.
Yeah, you can see all the stars.
Ray Spore running beneath the earth. The child Stephen was spirited away by Dire Wraiths magic. I will follow these arcane emanations to their source and pray they lead me to the children I pledge to save.
Meanwhile,
an ocean away, the sun shines down on a tiny hamlet called Clariton, West Virginia. It is a peaceful place, for it has cleansed itself of race kind. It is not to say that it has solved every problem known to plague humankind, such as the misunderstanding that may arise between a man and a woman. Well, hello, Steve. Hello, even there's...
Hello.
Steve. He's abbreviating a lot. What? What's the matter?
No. It's just weird.
Oh, it's weird. Yeah, so it's weird. You want to go look bad in front of other cultures?
Well, no, dude, we've heard these people speak.
Well,
in an American town. Brandy's father was nuts.
Well, he's abbreviating now. Get used to it.
Who knows?
Why? Hey, hello, Stephen. Hello, Governor. Sorry.
Okay, let's not turn this into a Clockwork Orange, please.
Yeah, oh, God.
I was doing regular show. Hello,
okay.
Governor.
I never watched the show on that go.
I need to.
I watched a bit of Adventure Time, and that was it.
Mrs. Clark, have you seen Brandy lately? Why, no. And no, have you called at her job? She hasn't been at work in days, and her landlord hasn't seen her either. Well, you know how upset Brandy was over Rom's departure from Clariton, Steve. Maybe she's just gone away to think things over for a while.
That's a little casual about that. Like, oh yeah, we haven't seen her in a few days. She's fine, Steve.
Yeah. Without telling me, your daughter and I are engaged to be married, Mr. Clark. Wait a second. That was a Dire Wraith she engaged with, and you never agreed to the engagement afterwards.
I'm trying to remember. I think they talked about it. I don't think they said anything officially, if I remember.
I thought they did. I thought they did. We may have to look back on that issue.
No, I remember they said like maybe some point in the future. But to be fair, the engagement was brought on by the Dire Wraiths.
I remember. I know they had a discussion, but I don't think it was official. Yeah, like what you said.
Well, he's that
in
much.
His eyes, it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure Brandy hasn't. I'm sure Brandy hasn't forgotten that, Steve. Well, I'm not so sure. Oh, Jonathan, there are such troubled times for lovers. Brandy and Steve may find each other again. I thought Brandy forgot Rom once he left. I was wrong. Hey, Steve! Torpedo! What brings Clark Kent's resident superhero down to Earth? I noticed you're running from the Clark house. Anything wrong? When nothing you can solve with a torpedo punch, pal. If I were married, I'd go to a marriage counselor. Since I'm not, maybe a detective would do. Brandy's missing. Missing? But I just saw her last night. You did? Where? At Clareton Cemetery. I was flying patrol and I glanced out. I saw Brandy looking down at a freshly dug grave. Wait, what? Freshly dug?
Wait, when did they bury?
No, dude. That's a hint.
Wrong here.
In the middle of the night? Whose grave was it, Torpedo? Tell me. Sure. It was the grave of the dead Spaceknight, the one who sacrificed herself out of love for Rom. Starshine? Pity poor Steve Jackson, gentle readers. He senses that things are slipping away from him. Clareton Cemetery, as dusk.
Oh, God.
Yep. This the sound of the spade biting earth. Brandy Clark was chosen a good time to dig. There are no mourners in the cemetery now, and the groundskeeper has gone home to supper. She is alone with the mortal remains of the golden Galadorian space.
I'm sorry, I'm this close to quoting Newman in Space Jam. This is it, Michael. I don't know where you are, but obviously it's better with me. You better help with Jordan characters. Don't know how to play hoops.
Empty armor. That's all she is now. I must be out of my mind. Crazy or not, the young woman heaves Starshine's armor out of the coffin and out of the only recently dug grave and towards the trunk of her car. Either Starshine's armor is lighter than I ever would have imagined, or I've become far stronger than I was. But then Starshine's spirit did say I was imbued with her power. Spaceknight power. Power nearly as great as Rom's. Rom doesn't dare and love. He's afraid that as a Spaceknight, he is not a human enough to love a woman. But if Rom can never become human again, then Brandy Clark will just have to become a Spaceknight.
Oh, my God.
Oh boy,
he's quite obsessive, Rob.
This is. I hope you know what you're doing, babe.
Yep. Wales, where the silver Spaceknight in question has just found that for which he searches. There, the trail of race magic leads to yon pile of gloomy stone.
Another castle?
What is it, Castle McDuck? No, wait, that's Scotland, not Walsh.
Hey, laddie. Hey, Gladdy. It's a comedy. It's a tragedy.
Their castle.
The castle is maybe it's Eureka's castle.
Nah.
What a wonderful place to be.
No, wait, Batley. Wow. I meant to do that.
All right. The castle has stood for centuries. A bastion of black rock that even in ruin seems to defy the ravages of time. Race kind and fence yonder ruin, and even now their watchdogs rise to greet me, hellhounds of the dark nebula. And we know what they are.
Oh, these guys again.
But wham! Hellhounds become intangible, bathing through my arm. We know how that goes.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a game where we just let the artwork do all the talking because we were.
Wait, he's doing the Colossus move from the X-Men arcade.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I mean, he did meet the X-Men. I mean, not Colossus, but still.
No. Right.
The hellhounds are stunned. Souls shocked into the very core of their transmogrified being. Still, they live, and will attack again given the chance to recover. I will not give them that chance. Rom Spaceknight has no more time to waste on Watchdog. Rom kills, but the killing comes easier this time, even though those he killed were once innocent. Well, to be fair though, he has to kill these things because we already know they can't be sent back, can't be banished.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I forgot if they couldn't be banished or not. But that answered my question. Yeah, that answered my question.
Yeah, they're pretty much dead dogs now.
Yeah.
Whoa! What the?
Oh no! It's more. It's our. We'll be back with more Space Ghost.
That's what I was thinking.
There's more of them. Hey, brother. Not long ago, Rom battled one of these automaton assassins for the safety of Claritin. He almost lost. How will he fare now against two such lethal leviathans? Stand aside, servants of evil, like evil deeds. Since you seem impervious to our disintegrator I-beam, Space Knight, let us show and see how you suffer from searing, scalding plasma fire.
Yuck.
Oh.
A plasma fire. It is the Dark Nebula's equivalent of earthly napalm. A plasma fire coats my armor like some infernal gel, burning its way inward, as if seeking to immolate what little humanity I have left. Desperately, Rom's cyborg finger searches for a switch mounted on his chest plate. Activating the switch immediately plunges his Space Knight armor to sub-zero temperatures. It is, we know. In his voyages, he used that for the when going near suns and all that.
Yeah.
We are recreations of.
I tell you, he's got quite handy.
He really does.
Oh, look at that!
Wow! Pew!
Oh.
Oh, what's this? Armored man astride armored steed. The clash of arms raised in mortal combat. Memories of sorcery, most evil. King Arthur!
Yeah, I knew it. They said King Arthur.
King Artie!
Did
you hear that? King Artie!
Old King Artie. What about King Arthur exists in the Marvel Universe?
I think so.
Yep.
Remember that Dr. Doom, Iron Man?
Dr. Doom and Iron Man met up with him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Images of an age long gone, an age dominated by a figure greater even than all the legends that sprung up after his death. Those moldering stones witness history, and it is that history which formed the legend upon which the child Stephen was weaned. If I am to be true to the lad's conception of me as those legends personified, then in this latter day night must find and rescue the child ere he comes to harm. Rom descends into darkness, drawn by the muttered cantices of a mystical chant. Call dark fires from beneath the ground. Let smoky tendrils ring us round. Let no earthly and child make a sound, as by race magic they are bound.
Yeah, bubble, toy in trouble.
Yeah. Make my monster grow.
Listen, we met.
Fire, burning cauldron, bubble.
Listen, we mentioned Hamlet earlier. It's only fitting we do more Shakespeare.
The moment draws nigh when the tides of war will turn in favor of race kind, and these children of Earth will be the instruments of our victory. Hey, that doesn't rhyme. Yeah,
if it did rhyme, I was going to say, wait, where's Banjo-Kazooie when you need him?
Hey,
I know. Whoops, wrong kind of take which. Bye, I'll say you, bear brain, honey brain.
Yeah, because we get summary of what was going on with Sybil and everything.
Take it with Sybil.
Yep, and but he finds his energy analyzer.
I found it.
Oh. Night, like those my imagination conjured forth when first I entered this ancient ruin, encased in ice, and among them he whose shining visages overshadowed the glory of all the rest. A king he was and noble. When did the Knights of the Round Table be frozen in ice?
Which issue was that in Marvel?
I don't know. Maybe Morgan Le Fay cast an ice spell on him.
I know not
wait,
how.
it's like gargoyles set to be frozen to not reawaken for 1,000 years.
Yeah, but I know not how they came to be here. You and us both, Rom. Or
Yeah,
whether
like Captain America's right next to him. No.
or magic that they lie so well preserved. But while curious, they are obviously dead, and 'twas of little use to me at a time when all my efforts must be directed towards the salvation of the children of Gwellendale. So in other words, all this was completely pointless.
Well,
So they don't show up at all?
Well, other than to give them inspiration.
Yep, but yeah, he shows up and oh.
Ooh, ghosts.
Stephen, what's happening? The knight who came to save us, he's been swallowed up in the darkness. How can he save us if he cannot save himself? The Wraith Witch spoke truth. Her powers have grown great indeed. My neutralizer was unable to negate her spell. Her demons swirl around me. And you begin to know fear at last, Space Knight? The kind of fear my race has ever felt from you? Perhaps Galador's greatest weapon cannot banish your magic spawn's demons, Wraith Witch, but there's nothing to prevent it from banishing you. No, not when I was so close to
That looked like a headshot.
I was so close.
I was so close. You know what the hood reminds me of? You know what the hood reminds me of? It reminds me of Wise Men from Sailor Moon Arc.
I know. The darkness closing in on the Galadorian seems limitless. When suddenly an unworldly brilliance shears through like a sword, and surrounded by the. So it wasn't pointless.
There you go. I was about to say, what was that about being pointless?
I was joking, dude. I was joking.
Okay, will you? I hate to sound like Gorilla Monsoon to Bobby the Brain Hand, but will you be serious? Hey, not on YouTube. We'll get flagged for that.
Nah.
Yeah, you're right. Only if I say certain things.
As if asleep and dreaming, Ron witnesses an epic battle fought in silence between forces of light and forces of darkness. Ancient magic strives with modern magic, and Rom slips into unconsciousness before it becomes certain which will win. Sometime later, wake up, Space Knight, wake up! Praise the saint, he lives! I live, but the darkness, the demons, the king and his knights. What of them? King, knights, we saw only you, Rom, striving alone against the dark demons like a true knight of old. The darkness closed in around you. There was a light brighter than the sun, and the dark was gone. The battle won. You saved us, Space Knight. You saved us all. Did I? As Rom leads the children of Gwendale out of the castle's darkness and back to the light of the sun, he realizes that there are some questions twixt heaven and earth that he will never know the answer to. And we're going to have Shang Chi, Master of Kung Fu.
Time again.
Again, that's more crossovers and very fitting because I was watching 36 Chambers recently. Great movie.
Yeah, I think part of it. It's really good.
Yeah, watch the whole thing. The Kung Fu fights got really good.
And this is back when he was the father and the son of not the Mandarin like the movie, but Fu Manchu.
Yes.
These Fu Manchu.
Which everybody was ripped off from Ming the Merciless and Flash Gordon to all Yellow Peril.
Well, Mara actually got the rights for Fu Manchu for
That's
a while.
right, they did. I remember reading about that back in the 70s. They first came up with this in the 70s. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Yep. Hong Kong Fooey, #1 super. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
All right. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, suffer the little children. Yikes.
Yeah. My name is Shang Chi. Literally translated, it means the rising and advancing of the spirit. It was bestowed upon me by my father, Fu Manchu. From him, I learned the sorrowful truth. Not all spirits rise. That not all souls advance the cause of human harmony. There are many that would rather descend into dark depravity and drag all mankind down behind them. I do not like to think that I have grown so attuned to evil that it draws me from a distance, and yet something called me from Stormhaven Castle, from the company of my friends and the arms of Liko Wu, to gaze upon a secret ceremony performed in our Victorian churchyard. And wrapped up in shadows of the night, let us show our mystic might. With me now into the crypt, where chains of death will soon be slipped.
No, don't do it. The Crypt Keeper will be there. I'm kind of giving someone the finger, but this is ridiculous.
And these are not men. What then are they? I must know. Have you noticed we're getting more and more cameos?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, the whole Marvel universe is here at this point.
Well,
Yep.
eventually, they all will show up.
That's right. I read about that. That's supposed to be one of the big moments.
Yeah, I remember.
This will be at this.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yep.
Hot.
You okay? You okay?
Yeah, I just went like this, but I wore my hands up too fast. A lot of people do this for ASMR, so who am I to judge?
Yep. Fine. Raise the lid. Within the casket, a child long dead.
Yeah,
Speaking of the Crypt Keeper.
Yep. Now that's a Crypt Keeper, unlike Aunt May.
not the Ditko crap again. Art again.
I'm sorry, dude. She looks that decrepit.
Okay.
What is that?
No, decrepit would mean I could see her bones in her hands. Yuck.
Compared to retiring me to senior drawing Aunt May.
Need I remind you that Senior came from romance comics? That's why all the babes look like, well, babes. Basic Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. Basic Tiger, you just hit the jackpot.
Yeah. Anyway, a child lost in shrouds of sleep, given to the earth to keep dead, decaying by rise up and proof of Dire Wraiths power. I fear what I'm about to see. The hand, did it move? Rise. Who has called me?
Oh God, I'm feeling like Mama. Who dares disturb my sleep? Is it the Thundercats?
After 10,000 years, I'm free.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I was thinking about Power Rangers.
No, wait. Vulture Beast, rise from your grave.
Yeah, exactly.
Rise from your grave. Rise from your grave? Who is he, Elmer Fudd?
Wise from your grave. That's a tradition, stage of leaflet.
Anyway, the voice is a sigh from beyond the pale of life, the dry rustling of dead leaves. It is a child's voice, that of a little girl torn from those who loved her, entombed and laid to mournful rest. Why have you called me back? Now her slumber has been shattered. The child's spirit has had risen, had advanced. I sensed her horrors that it was being dragged back to earth. Who? You are not human. They laugh. It is an unearthly sound. He quickly turns to screams. Stop him, Wraith brothers. He goes for the child. Yes, the child. Please release me.
Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
All right. I would release her. I would send her back through the long tunnel of light and said to extend beyond life. Sorry, hold on.
Stuck in your
Sorry
teeth
about
there.
that. Yep, just something stuck in my teeth. Yep, where her spirit could be reunited with the spirits that love her. The demons who dragged her back from death bar my way. My robes, they burn! The demon worlds fan the flames even hotter. In their firelight, I see that calling them demons was no misnomer. We are too close to the moment of alignment to let a mere human jeopardize our plan. The one who speaks is the same whose power raised the dead child. A coarse, sultry chanting fills the crypt. I feel strange numbness creeping over my muscles, my very soul. It would be so easy to succumb. And that is when I realized that I am fighting not only for the spirit of the long dead child, but for my own spirit as well. No! It's all I possess. Accursed human, you! The flames cut short whatever epithet the demon was about to hurl.
Fire! Cut it out,
a cascade of dust. The child goes back to sleep. And be not too quick to gloat, man of Eris. The night is long, and the night is our. They have no reason to doubt, creatures. who can, with but a worm, become as black as night themselves? Still, I sense there is no magic in this transformation. And while I do not understand it, I need not understand to overcome. The stench of burning feather fills the air. The feathers turn to dust. 2 spirits survive this night of evil. Sleep long, little one. Question: the demon called themselves Dire Wraiths. They were not of Earth, yet they sought to raise a child of Earth from the dead. Why? I dread to learn the answer yet, and yet know I shall. From the western coast of Wales, across the Bristol Channel, to England itself, and a tiny hamlet called Shepton Mallet, near Gloucester, the Rom Spaceknight has come. Wow, it took 8 pages before Rom actually showed up.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we can handle it.
So what do you think about Shang Chi here?
I need to start reading some Shang Chi books.
But it's pretty cool holding off all the Dire by himself.
He dove right in through the window and kung fu
He took them all out.
Them,
I
and
know,
took them
that's
all
pretty
out
badass.
with an oil lamp of fire.
Yeah.
That is pretty. To talk about a cool establishing entrance.
Yeah.
The energy analyzer glows softly, its crimson beam perceivable only to Rom's cyborg eyes. It has led him from one continent to another in search of his enemies, the demonic Dire Wraiths. Now he has found them again. And in his we're summarizing what happened. However, before Rom can move in a car, presses through the fog to the mansion porch. A rather dapper gentleman strides up the stairs and taps out a hello with the handle of his umbrella.
Good day.
He waits impatiently, counting the seconds as if they were dollars. At last, the door opens. Yes, and Charter's orphanage, inspect an ungodly hour, but couldn't be helped. Rom's cyborg vision does not have to strain through the fog to recognize the woman at the door. Mara, a race witch and high witch, but I dispatched her to limbo. I was not aware you were coming. Sorry, I tried the telephone. We have no telephone. Yes, well, inspection's necessary. You know, now about the children. The human called Yanmen's an orphanage. From my studies of Earthly, I know that orphanages house parentless children. The pattern persists. Rom moves through the night mist. Are they up? Yes, follow me. Pitiful human. Little does he know this is the last day of his life. Might be amusing to have some fun with him first. The cosmic alignment so near, and thus their power so strong. The race have become arrogant indeed. Beware,
Very
human.
arrogant.
Look, yep, through a window. Oh, beware, human. Look to your soul. Right, and rather frightful old place. It suits my needs. Mine and the children.
Oh, God.
Good Lord! Why are they all sitting at the edge of their beds? Why don't you ask them? I shall. See here, child. Don't you think you'll catch cold? This child's flesh is as cold as ice. I demand an explanation at once. Oh, you do you? Yeah. Oh, geez, they're all race.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And yes,
This is a horror movie.
yes, I bloody well do. Oh, the state carefully monitors the orphanages and licenses. If you've unfurled in these children or supplied inadequate heat, or, as I suspect, drugged them, I shall see the charges are brought upon you. You dare threaten me, you pale, pathetic human and worm? You say that word human as if you were not. You are perceptive, human. It is a quality that shall die with you. Children, rise up and meet Mr. Carruthers. It's the children! The children!
The children!
The children, I don't want to play, I don't.
Yep, I think of the embarrassment we saved by slaying you, human. For now, could you ever have how could you have ever reported this? A man of few words. Carruthers now has even less to say. At that moment, a clear crimson glow illuminates the attic chamber. And it's too early for sunrise. Greeting, Mara. Rob? Wait, how does he? Wait, Rob!
No. First Rom, then
Yeah. I just know that. Rom, I have made the glow of my energy analyzer visible. I wanted you to know I was coming. I wanted you to know to end the terror the moment before I banish you all to limitless limbo. The analyzer scans the occupants of the room. Only Carruthers is revealed as human. All the rest are what they appear to be. Dire Wraiths. And you, Mara, I shall banish you a second time. Spaceknight, fool, I know what you did to my sister, but there are many Mara. We are a class of race, kind unto ourselves. And
so they're like Nurse Joy's and Nurse Joy's, where there's so many.
One woman man's what I want to be, but there's two perfect girls for me. Brock, let's get out of here.
Oh, Jenny. Joy.
Oh,
Joy.
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 Oh, Joy.
And as Earth and race world move inexorably into cosmic alignment, our power, the power of the dark magic, of black mysticism, of sinister sorcery, becomes increasingly ascendant. Banish me, Spaceknight, you wish you could. Again, I hear of the coming cosmic alignment, when Dire Wraiths magic will be at its peak. What horror does it bode for Earth? What is its connection with the Earth's children?
I shudder to think.
Yeah.
Yep. I am stronger than my banished sister, Rom. My magic is mighty indeed. Witness what it does to these children of darkness. So those are children?
Wow, they look more horrifying than the adults.
No, Mara,
I made the joke before about them looking like the Sagis, but these, ugh.
Right. No, Mara, please don't send us against Rom. We have at your sorcery to command. Coward, changeling curse, you are brave when you're costing helpless children, but craven carrion when it comes to facing the Silver Spaceknight. In the midst of the mayhem, the Daves Carruthers crawls free. Who? What are those horrors?
You don't.
And where are the children they've replaced? Man of Earth, hear me. Mara needs the children to work her magic, and if you care for their welfare, find them. Also, they're still alive. I will. Ethan Carruthers has survived the little ripples of life in life by methodically exercising moderation. Tonight, he throws caution to the wind. But he throws caution to the wind. The human will meet the same fate we have in store for you, Spaceknight.
Okay, we should have called the Ghostbusters a long time ago.
Yeah, that one does look like Slimer.
Yeah, they're Slimer. They look like the ghosts from the toys in the cartoon. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
I grow tired of threats from you and your kind, race scum. I am Rom. I am the first of the Spaceknight, and your defeat, your destruction, and your death.
I want that again as a poster. That's cool.
Yeah, so many good shots.
We are all that are left. Rom's neutralizer has killed the rest. We must slay the Spaceknight or face the wrath of Mara. You fear the race witch even more than you fear death. Then my dispatch of you will be a mercy. Again, the neutralizer sings its song of death. He's been killing constantly lately.
Wow. I don't think these monsters go right for limbo.
Elsewhere in the ancient house, chanting, coming from the basement, Ethan Carruthers' heart pounds. He prays it's not so loud as to be heard. It's the witch woman.
Ooh,
and the children. Of earth you are, on earth you thrive. Of earthliness must you be deprived.
Yes, master.
Children not to notice and not to care. It is obvious they are entranced as Mara works her magic upon them. By all that's holy, and leave the children be.
Fire!
The earthling hurling fire. And Carruthers, who's always been a bit of a bust at cricket, is amazed. I burn, and you, human, shall burn with me. The spell is cast, but it never reaches its mark. Ring! Your spell has been neutralized, Mara. Prepare to join your sisters in the dimension between dimensions. You win for now, Rom, but remember, the hour of alignment draws nigh. And with that, the witch is gone. The children, they appear to be all right now. Good heavens, how shall I ever report this? He will not. No one would believe it.
I love plausible deniability, don't you?
Stormhaven Castle, Scotland. And you've been away and awfully silent since you came in, lad. Anything wrong? And I do not answer. How can I tell Nayland Smith, Blackjack and Carr, Clive Reston, or even Nico what transpired earlier in the churchyard? And especially when I have yet to reckon with the reality myself. Smith, you've been googling over the paper all night. Right, goggling. All right, what's so bloody important about an Egyptian mummy? It's the legend surrounding this one that fascinates me, Reston. She was a child princess, buried alive, and the story is that she's due to rise from the dead. Smith, give me the paper. I read the newsprint. And the newsprint is black, but it takes on the red of blood. I fear for the future, yet I do not know why. You must go to London at once.
Here we go.
Boy.
In Clareton, West Virginia, an ocean away, in a pharmaceutical laboratory closed for the weekend. A young woman looks at these suits of empty armor. What am I doing? What have I done? I must be out of my mind.
Am I really going to defile this grave for money? Of course I am.
I went to the cemetery and dreamt I saw the ghost of dead Spaceknight Starshine. She gave me her power, and I robbed her grave and brought her armor back here. Why? What do I hope to accomplish? You wish to become a Space Knight, Brandy Clark, and as such, you wish to offer your love to Rom. For that, you will need the aid and assistance of Dr. Dread.
Dr. Dread.
We're doomed.
I am
the law.
Wait, 15 years in the academy.
Not that Dread.
I know. I wanted to. No, Rob, every time we mention Dread, Rob pulls that Anthrax song out of the album.
Yeah.
Drop
I am
it.
the law.
It's like Megadeth with the Punisher. They killed my family. First mistake, last mistake.
Yeah.
We're Dolph Lundgren when you need them for the '89 movie.
Yeah.
I have come to the British Museum in London to prevent the rising of the dead. Death rises.
Oh no, it's the Egyptian mummies.
This looks like a Joker smile, doesn't it?
What did the dead just sneak into the building?
No. That looks like the smile is what I mean. Like the
Yeah. The scariest thing so far.
My face on the $1 bill.
As the museum has recently acquired this mummy of the Egyptian witch princess Karashia, whom legend has it was entombed alive. Here, don't you look a bit like Alfredi's mummy now?
Can you stop staring at me? You're frightening me.
I pray they'll still be capable of laughter ere this day is done. So even Shang Chi is saying that?
Guy loves he loves his Shakespeare and he loves his classic horror movies.
It looks like this guy's
no, you know what?
Falling off.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me because there was a lot of Chinese villains in the old Hammer horror movies back in London. Remember, Christopher Lee played Fu Manchu a couple of times. Yeah, watch Mystery Science Theater 3000. It's one of the worst movies they ever watched.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that episode. I should now.
Yeah, Yellowface and all. It's worth the watch.
Dear.
This guy is at a weird angle, doesn't it? With the shadow.
It does. I've seen a lot of beard. Whenever a bald guy who has a beard like that, I'm like,
No. But look at his mustache. It looks like his mouth is
It's like a crooked mustache.
Yeah, the shadows are not helping.
It looks like his mouth is like
It's
crooked. Your mustache is crooked. Well, your beard's a little out of line.
Yep. But basically what we find out here, because I don't need to go into all the details.
We can always read it if we get the omnibus. It's okay.
Yep. But I'm not going to speed through as bad as I did the Rogue thing.
Gotcha.
Not that, or the Power Man and Iron Fist book.
No.
That's
what?
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, but basically we find out it's revealed that long ago in ancient Egypt, a bunch of wraiths had actually landed there long ago. Now, we don't know that that's what they are, but they took on the form of a woman, and she was one of the wraith witches.
So I didn't know the Wraiths came here ages ago. Wow.
Well, we already knew they came at least 50 years ago.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what's to say they didn't show up beforehand?
Watch out! Watch out! The Fantastic Four are going to find Ramaton and find out that ruined the whole plan.
I was about to say, King the Conqueror.
Wait. Wow, you're talking over each other again. What?
I was saying, Ramonson.
Right.
Yeah, the Conqueror is parked right next to them.
I am Ramonson, King of Kings.
Didn't he become king? Didn't he become king later?
Yeah. That's
so.
That's why he was labeled as a Fantastic Four villain for the longest time.
Before he became an Avengers time travel kind of guy. Yeah.
Yep. But I'm saying, even when the movie rights, they had King first.
Right. Yeah, forgive our flatulence, folks.
Yeah. That's a bounce. That's not flat.
No, you're right. Flatulence is down the attic. At least it's coming out of the attic and not the basement.
But yeah, so basically, we get the Mummy movie.
That's all Mummy.
The Tom Cruise one.
Yeah.
Oh, the Tom Cruise one, not the Brendan Fraser one. Why am I laughing?
I know, but yeah, of course, until now.
Oh no,
I don't remember the Tom Cruise one.
Oh wait,
I remember the hottie of a mummy.
Wait, the Rock is going to appear as the Scorpion King next. Catch this.
I just remember the hottie of a mummy lady who was the actress who was also in Star Trek Beyond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sophia something.
Right. Well, Shaggy, what are you doing in there? Who wants to know? We were just coming to visit my mummy. Yeah, mummy.
But yeah, something is going on. As Rom has shown up, and basically he and Shang Chi are now going to have their crossover.
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have.
The kids are hypnotized again.
Yep. Oh my God, they look even more horrifying.
Because there's no irises in their eyes. They've gone totally.
And their mouths are white.
I know they're
I was expecting them to turn their heads any second, like Pazuzu.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh no! Oh yes, rise my Undertaker.
But yeah, they're studying everything. Meanwhile, Brandy's missing. Her parents don't know where she is. Only Dr. Torpedo has seen her, and that was 2 nights ago as he flew over the cemetery and noticed Brandy standing by the grave of the dead Space Knight Starshine. This is too much for me to take. Brandy and I are engaged again. When
his head in his head.
Maybe he just heard the word engage. He's like, oh, so you got engaged to that one? Say yes. So it's still me, Steve. I'm the real Steve.
Yeah, and yet she's as much as she loves Rom and wants to be somewhere with him. And say that's where Brandy works. And there's a light on at midnight. And Steve Jackson's emotion runs riot as he leaps from his car and approaches the lamp. Well, there's an open top, so.
Yeah.
Now we got out. Little bung. Well, then, Duke Boy's better.
What am I going to tell Brandy if I find her? I can't make her love me, but I'm not giving her up to some walking tin can from space without a fight. Not even if that tin can's a friend of mine. Huh? What's going on in there? Chanting in a language Steve Jackson has never heard before. That was Brandy in there, floating off the blasted floor. Either they've decided to film The Exorcist 3 in Claritin.
Wait, The Exorcist 3 hadn't happened at this point.
Wait. Let me check.
Yeah,
I just made The Exorcist joke too.
1 minute, please. Let's check IMDb real quick.
Hold on.
Wait, we mentioned Leslie Nielsen a lot. Wasn't he in that? Wasn't there an Exorcist parody? And Linda Blair actually made
Repossessed.
That's worth watching just to see Linda make fun of herself.
Okay, wait. This was 1983 is when this book came out, or 1982 is when the book came out. So let me check.
82. That's when Thriller came out in record stores.
Thriller.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Exorcist 3 wasn't until 1990, so it's a joke.
Okay.
But Exorcist 2 had come out.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's
5 years prior.
It's like anything in 1987, pre-1987 when they mentioned Jaws 4. Oh, I better be out of here. I'm an extra
Or
Jaws
Rambo
4.
or Rocky 6
Yeah.
Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge. Don't do it, Rock. You're over 100 years old. Hey, look at what Rocky got me with his money.
Or the lady I love is in trouble. Brandy!
No.
By a glowing nimbus.
Oh, God.
Brandy Clark hovers in midair. Before her hangs suspended the empty armor of the dead Space Knight Starshine. The words of the spell that holds them both there are untranscribable. Who are you? What are you doing to Brandy? I am Dr. Dread, and I am merely granting your girlfriend's fondest wish. Outside the British Museum. So yeah, we're seeing them meeting up with this one officer who's completely hypnotized.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder what gave that away.
Shang-Chi has a bunch of, all these are his friends and teammates.
Right. I figured that out. Yeah.
Yep. So, and look, perfectly preserved.
Of course.
Oh, my. It wouldn't be a comic if it wasn't.
Well, I guess she is a Dire Wraith, so I don't know.
Right. But yep, they're ready to release her. And what do? Oh, look, they bring all of them. It's night at the museum.
Yeah, the other three is night at the museum.
Ben Stiller, why are you doing it in this movie?
What are you doing here?
You know, this is kind of campy, but I love it.
It's superheroes. It's allowed to be.
Yeah.
It's the early 80s. 80s, it'll get dramatic later. Trust
We
me.
haven't gotten to the dark age.
By the way, make sure the two of them have met up with each other.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Yep. So, enough. Cease this madness. Your words bespeak your purpose, man of Earth. You are here to halt this horror, even as I am. Rom and a human. The demons know.
It's Lisa Ned and some other guy. Sorry, Hey Arnold reference.
Yeah, but I was on a train, if I remember. Or yeah.
No, it was in the cave when they were on the island.
The cave, right. But still, though. Anyway, this beside me. Yet he says he is their enemy. I believe him. Thank you again. Another person is reasonable.
Fine, we got a second one.
I think we got 6 senses going on here. Thank God.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yep, big fight. And look, slice and dice.
Whoa.
Oh no, that's right. He just knocks them aside with like.
Oh, that's right. Their armor, they're possessed. So.
Yeah, and they're just models.
Right.
Oh, look,
Take that.
caveman versus a kung fu master.
Dun, 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 dun.
That sounds like a 70s action kung fu exploitation movie. Kung Fu Master versus the Caveman.
This looks like an episode I would have watched back in the day of Totally Spies. Like all the cavemen and Egyptian things coming to live, and Sam Clover and Alex are just like, what is going on?
Oh Lord, I gotta say, save some for us, Chinaman.
Right. This was. Oh yeah, I forgot. This was politically incorrect.
This was of a time, you know.
It was a thing.
I mean, to be fair, it's not the worst that they could have said to an.
Oh no! They could have said yellow.
It was just another. It was just the way they said that, like calling the black man Negroes. That's what the Spanish.
No, we don't need the example. La, I'm not listening.
No,
I was just making a reference.
No, I get it, dude, but you know that YouTube could be sensitive.
I was saying, that's why I'm saying I said it in Spanish.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
She's
Jesus.
now ready to do all of her stuff.
Uh-oh.
Look, Ninja Stars.
Immediately place shurikens.
Oh, and
beheaded.
Yes.
There
can only be one.
Yep. And next we have the Piper of Peril.
Why do I have a feeling? Yeah, I knew it. As soon as I saw the pipe, like, this is gonna be a Pied Piper reference. I'm like, yep.
Because you're dealing with kids.
Yeah. I'm so curious to see what they need the kids for. It's like,
Sacrifice.
Oh.
Look, Rob, if it's that sensitive to you, you can always go take it me out, okay?
No, it's all right, Eric. It's all right. I'm pretty sure it went by fast. It's gonna get lost in the shuffle.
Fine.
Well, no, Eric. It's more of a case of being better safe than sorry. All right,
That's
all.
I know, but I hate that YouTube's become more like television. It shouldn't. Google is such a bunch of wimps.
No argument. But anyway. By the moon glows and hooray light, by the twisting mist of night, across the trackless waste of space, come on, evil now unto this place. Let us see thy horrid face. Oh yeah, there's some. I thought I heard my echo.
Well, was it that time?
No, it's not. It's just a slip.
No, it's only been an hour and 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
It's always the two. I don't get why is it always the 2-hour mark?
Then maybe this should be our last issue then.
No. Eric, I've been breathing enough so I can get through one more issue after this.
Yeah, just like this. I could just mute it and then it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Continue. By all means.
As you can see here, though, some of the Dire Wraiths are starting to butt heads with each other.
Conflict.
It always leads to their demise.
Yep. We get a summary of what's been going on the past few issues. I kind of like this mini arc.
It kind of is. Again, it goes back to that gothic horror stuff mixed in with historical stuff with the mummies and the Knights of the Round Table and all that.
It's something like the
stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, it sounds. Some of it is like self-contained, but at the same time, you see the narrative moving forward, like in the background.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's more of a theme. It's more of a theme arc than it is an actual story arc.
Right, and the real story arc is going on with Brandy back in West Virginia.
But also the arc about the fact
that
we're dealing with
the children.
The children. Yeah.
Yep. I know, but we get a summary of what's gone on with his life.
Yes.
Boy, this is one of the bigger ones. Oh!
Yeah!
Oh! Look, he was actually wiping his eyes like, ooh.
That's where you're going, Rom.
Watch out for that! Bang! Ooh,
yeah, pretty much.
A cave!
Captain Caveman!
Oh, look.
Boy.
In their wake. The children.
Wait, remember Sylvester did that to the mice?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
They won the Academy Award for Looney Tunes on that one. Man, that was cool.
Yep, of course, it must be race magic work, of course.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My pretty little ones, a time of wonder soon will come. Listen well to my summon song. When he who it calls comes, you'll be reborn.
I almost picture Mark Hamill voice in this. Look at him.
I was about to say too. I almost feel like he could be like a Batman villain, like the modern.
Well, to be fair, Flash does have a Pied Piper villain.
That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Even though he played the trickster in the TV show, the old.
No, I know. I'm not talking about Mark. I'm just saying in general. The Flash.
Oh right. Oh, you know what? Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep. As the piper plays, the star seems to shimmer, to pulse. Soon the star looms larger than any other in the clear night sky, and so near does it seem to Earth that its light illuminates the upraised faces of the somnolent children. Okay, that one girl looks really creepy.
Really possessed.
I know. We toys can see everything.
Yeah.
So
it looks like she's just almost about to show.
He's taking him to the dark nebula.
Oh no. Volcano. Earth is a sea boiling. 40 years of darkness. Earthquakes, volcanoes.
I love recite, isn't it, my little pitties? Though through this portal soon shall stream a thing of nightmares, not of dream. Welcome him, he comes for you to bring a change. The earth will rue. No, perilous piper, such evil shall not be. Who? Rom Spaceknight.
That's who.
Oh,
Yes,
look at that!
Yeah.
Look at that!
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
are so many of these battles I want as a poster or a pin?
Oh my god, this art is so good. That's
This art
awesome.
is great. This art is great. This
This
is still me.
he's just like, hold. You shall not pass.
You shall
shall
not pass. I love
Yes.
that. That was the best moment of that movie.
Son of Golden Galador, scourge of race kind, I'm protector of the planet Earth. I sense that tonight is the night Earth and race kind come into cosmic alignment. That tonight race magic will be at its peak. I stand before you in your cosmic portal, Piper, between the rays of the black sun and those who desire its power.
Oh, bless you, Rom.
To use its rays to transform these sleeping innocents, you must first win past me. We were right. You shall not pass.
Right. I know.
Exactly.
You'll have to get through.
Yeah.
Back off. You'll have to get through me. Meanwhile, back on. Possession.
You come to save your lady, fair, human? How gallant. But what would you say if I told you that Brandy Clark does not wish to be saved? It's true, you know. She's no longer desires to be human, for it's humanity that separates her from her beloved Rom. I'm sensing her desires from afar. I could only take the chivalrous course and help the lady attain the inhumanity she wants. Yeah, with a name like Dr. Dread, you're really doing this for altruistic reasons, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, be careful with your voice. You almost went full knocker there. Rom, this isn't Wraith magic. It's the work of fairies.
Very good, birds. You're going to turn Brandy into Starshine? Mystically merge would be the more precise way of putting it. A simple process. Now that the Golden Spaceknight is dead and her life powers passed by her ghost into the human sow you seem to love. Hey, up right there. He's evil.
Yeah.
A phrase like that, human sow. Yeah.
Rude.
Yep. Then that's why Brandy was at Starshine's grave. Exactly. We observed her from afar, witnessed the power transference, and understood that in her confused and desperate state, Brandy Clark would do anything to be with Rom. So I was sent to help her achieve her goals. Watch now as the woman you love sheds her humanity to take on the trappings of a space knight. No! Ooh! Ah, the torpedo! My detective visor. And so he's a male wizard. He's a warlock, a rarity. Those are rarities. It says, I am a race warlock, one of the few of my kind. My mystic sisters have usurped sorcery for themselves. By the way, it's actually revealed that he is in a much later, like more modern comic, he's the son of their queen.
Oh.
But that's never revealed here. That's why I'm bringing it up now.
I gotcha.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, and but she's now under his control.
Oh no, Brandy, no, sorry,
Mama, no.
I'm not ready to talk to you yet, young man.
And look at the Piper. Oh, look at that. That Freddy show a little bit of him at the top, you know.
Yeah.
At the top, it looks like the devil.
Yeah.
You freely admit it, shapeshifter. The time for hiding, for demeaning ourselves by adopting these disgusting human disguises will soon be done. Our moment of power is at hand. The portal opens soon. The dweller of the threshold will arrive. At that moment, the children will be transformed, and all humanity will be doomed. Gods of Golden Galador. The music takes on physical form, binding me with bands of force. Oh, and soon we bring forth. Oh, the dweller on the threshold.
Ooh. That definitely looks like a devil.
Yep, and Rom has gone on to face it. First banishing the Piper, and then trapping it, and then saving the children. And then read the next.
Duel in a deranged dimension.
Sorry?
Dr. Strange, master of the magic arts.
Yep.
Arts Doctor
This
Strange confronts.
this will be our last issue.
Okay.
These crossovers have all been good, by the way.
It felt fitting to end on a crossover. It felt fitting to end on a crossover.
Yeah, absolutely.
I liked how the crossovers back in the old Marvel feel a lot more natural.
Yeah.
And I guess it's also probably going to explain how Rom will eventually get back to Earth with Doctor Strange's help.
Well,
I love that. I love the alliteration of Dweller on the threshold.
The Dweller on the threshold. Oh, just look at this artwork here.
Oh, that's so gothic. I love it.
I'm loving it. Vincent Price as Doctor Strange.
He kind of does look like him here.
Yeah.
Yep. Just look at it.
Based off that the Corman Raven.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. Yeah. In this chamber, this sanctum sanctorum, magic is practiced, much like a musician practices his scales. Spells are formed and floated upon the ether, much as their maker floats above the floor. Soon they weave even greater spells, symphonies of sorcery that cascade and crash about the chamber. And their composer is Dr. Strange, master of the mystic arts. I redid that.
Sorry.
Oh!
Whoa,
that's freaky.
It is a Doctor Strange comic. It's Steve Ditko trippiness.
Yeah, it really is.
Yes, you're like, whoa, I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping.
Earth and the black sun of the dread dark nebula have moved into cosmic alignment. The mystic might of the Dire Wraiths is at its peak. The Wraiths have used their sorcery to summon the Dweller on the threshold to Earth. I must prevent his coming, or mankind's children may be lost.
This trippy stuff is like a mix between the album work of a Rush and a Pink Floyd project.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
Oh, and look at this. Oh, look at this artwork.
Yeah.
With the freaky children.
I'm using this for the thumbnail. I am using this for
the
thumbnail.
Do it.
Absolutely, man.
Do it.
Because for one, there's no dialogue here to block it.
No, by all means.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yep. But yeah, of course, he opens his eyes as he saw what happened. And then look, the Space Knight, Rom, then he stands. But his weapon, his neutralizer, has no effect on the Dweller on the threshold. The supernatural summon horror comes ever nearer to the moment when he can step through this dimension to Earth. Oh, and look who's come to help! The Living Tribunal!
Oh my God! Really? Wow!
That is the being that is second only to he who sits above all.
Yeah, that's right. I expect him to show up.
Yeah, he is the one. Basically, he is the one second to God himself.
That's right.
To quote Johnny Carson, I did not know that.
And while completely different position, he is equal to the Spectre.
Oh.
Completely different position, though. Completely different position.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, just look at this. Them having to work together to judge the balance. Wow. Oh, I love that with the full covered, full revealed, and half covered.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we also have the in-betweener.
I'm going to read Doctor Strange now. I don't care. This is making me want to read all the Marvel books now.
Oh, and look at this.
Wow.
Oh, and then it cannot be. Instead of the face of horror I would have expected from an evil spawn of the Dire Wraiths, I find myself staring at the features of a child whose innocent gaze fills my soul. With a longing for quietude and peace. Why do you resist my coming, Space Knight? Oh dear.
Oh geez.
Meanwhile, boy, there goes the lab.
Yep.
That guy, there goes the neighborhood.
Yep, and it's attacking everyone.
No, Brandy, don't.
We love you.
Don't do it, buddy. We love you.
Oh, and then he's showing all the people he's lost.
Jesus.
Trying to tempt them with him. But
Arg.
Arg. Oh, and there's the okay. Now that we no longer see it, it doesn't look as intimidating.
Very devil-like.
Speak for yourself. That thing, I got one.
Yeah, but compared to seeing it in the shadows is what I mean.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's like no, you're right. It's like Hitchcock says. It's what you don't see that's the scariest.
And that's it.
Rom finds a paradise on earth, a deadly Eden. Lead me not into temptation, but finish it, delivers from evil.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, God.
So, how was that?
Thumbs up. All
They were great.
It felt like I said, a lot of old timey kind of historical mixed with gothic horror and a lot of among others. And the crossovers.
Yeah, very classic.
The
Yeah,
crossovers.
Yeah. But
now I feel like a wrestling commentator. I'm like, but what's going to happen to Brandy? What happens to Charlton, West Virginia?
yeah, but overall,
Clariton, excuse me, Charleston is North Carolina. Charleston in North Carolina. Charleston.
But by the way, though, but this is still, again, really good, and the crossovers have getting better and better the more and more they get involved.
I think they're not like getting repetitive. Like they're stop being repetitive. It's the same of, oh yeah, these two have to fight now, and instead they're actually teaming up.
No, it's like it's like no, let's pick the heroes we need and have them actually fulfill their purpose rather than just being something to fight.
It really feels like Rom has ingrained into or integrated into this universe pretty much, and I can't get enough of it.
So from what we've observed, which did you prefer, the Shang-Chi one or the Strange one?
Well, you kind of breezed through the Strange one, but I did love the artwork. Again, it's very trippy.
I feel Strange made more sense.
Yeah. Strange, because I think Strange really got into the Shang-Chi. The more expanded. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to say, and Shang-Chi kind of stumbled upon it, where Strange was like, wait a moment, something's happening in the nether realms.
Yeah, it feels like
I have to get involved.
It feels like Shang-Chi was the most superfluous.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine, but what I was trying to say was with the Strange stuff, it feels like it really like sort of brought in the whole Marvel universe itself of all the Universal stuff going on.
Yeah,
like the threat is bigger and bigger.
What I did like about the Shang-Chi, though, is that yes, the Dire Wraiths are pretty much doing this, and it goes back to when the Marvel Universe was this big connected world. Like one thing happening in another book will be referenced in another book, and then another book, and then another book.
The fact that Shang-Chi was able to deal with them without Rom showing up.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a great establishing moment for those who didn't read.
But overall, this was. And what do you think about the Brandy storyline?
I'm intrigued now that she's fused. Like, what's going to happen with her? How's she going to act once she comes back to her senses? Because there's no going back from this.
Because we know it's inevitable where her and Rom have to duke it out. And Rom has to be like, Brandy,
no. Don't do this to me. Do you not remember your feelings, your humanity?
Yep, but still. And then we're have a different editor next time now with Ralph Macchio.
Oh.
Not the Karate Kid.
No, not that. By the way, who's excited for this?
Brush on, brush off.
Excuse me. What?
I said brush on, brush off.
Oh, right.
Wax off.
By the way, you excited for this?
Mouth off.
Yeah, that mouth off. Everybody's a critic. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the next Karate Kid project that everybody's coming together to make. Legends. Yeah, I keep seeing the teasers for it.
But overall, this has been really good. And I'm sorry for breathing through it, but let's be honest, it is getting a little mousy.
It is.
But again, like I said, I prefer a mouthy book that I can read for an hour and still enjoy the artwork.
Agreed.
Then a $5 book that only breezes through 5 minutes, and I'm like, maybe I should just buy the trade. It'll feel better flow faster. Oh, the letters to the editor, dear Mr. Shooter, we really love Rom, but we got a few questions.
Right.
I think it's a good thing too, because it kind of makes like me encouraged to be like, oh, I'll actually go pick up the book and read through the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you also do as well. It's awesome.
Yep.
It's a small sampling thing, so you can that makes you entitled. I said, why don't I read an excerpt and then you can read it for yourself? Or I could read your book upon when it's finished. No worries, same difference. It's all good.
Yep. Wait until just a little summary of what to expect.
The horror. Wait, was that Mr. Hyde or Jekyll or whatever from?
No, it's something else.
Oh, it's somebody else. Sorry, it looked like him.
His name is Quasimodo.
Oh no!
I was
Sanctuary.
really?
Sanctuary. You know what? That's another thing I liked about the old. Oh my God, they're in the. That's a jungle thing. Wait, where's Kazar? Where's Kazar?
Yeah. Oh, look at that artwork. Yeah, the artwork has been really good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Especially with those spreads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the splash pages. You mean? Yeah.
The splash pages. Yeah.
Yeah. But question, Alex, what is your opinion on the Dweller once we actually see him?
Like, oh, you mean him?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
the
once we
red
actually
guy?
saw him, did you think he was better when he was in shadows?
Yeah, I mean, like you could kind of see it was a devil still, but it kind of led you to fill it in more. But afterward, you see like, oh, he's like another Dire Wraith monster. He just looks like a devil Dire Wraith, you know?
Yeah, like here.
Oh yeah.
Like that was cool.
You mentioned
Like, reminded me of what was the hybrid almost?
Yeah, hybrid. Yeah.
Hybrid,
Oh
yeah.
yes, hybrid.
Hybrid's still like the freakiest thing ever.
Yeah,
Okay,
these villains. I mentioned rock and roll earlier. These villains look like they could be on the cover of a metal album.
Question now. What do you and which of the done in one plots did you prefer?
Well, what do you mean?
The Piper, the Egyptian priestess. Which of their different threats that they did?
I think the first one, because that was the most gothic horror, I think.
Right.
Yeah, all the stuff with the kids in the sack, the trend.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
That one was very atmospheric too.
Yeah, the atmosphere definitely helps.
Yep. Yeah. You also have this one. You have the one with the the knights.
Yeah, everything with the Welsh. Yeah, the Welsh kid stuff is the one I like the most.
Yeah,
I understand.
Not that the others weren't bad, but like again, it was just kind of like an atmosphere.
But it turned into a crossover city, pretty much. This is a good just Rom story.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, I kind of prefer the kid ones, to be honest. I prefer that one just because of how chilling. I thought the kids actually did get transformed.
So did I.
And that thing with them just staring blankly, like that looks like something out of a horror movie.
I know, you're like, oh my God, it is Thriller. It is 82.
Yeah.
And I like Carruthers. I liked Carruthers.
So did I.
Yeah.
I must bring them back.
Yeah. But again, overall, this was just so good.
This was
as usual.
This was fun. That's what comics should be. Fun.
But yeah, tune us in. But yeah, it's fitting for us to end on a cliffhanger, but at least Rom is not stuck.
No.
Yeah.
Anywhere like one of the last times. But yeah.
It's like Shooter said. Even if you have an arc going on, make sure you have a good fitting conclusion to your story.
But until then, tune in next time when I join up with these two gentlemen as we go over the greatest of the Space Knights, Rom.
Yes.
See you guys then.
See you next time.
Take care.